Hi, it's Sarah here from So Sarah Style. Thank you so much for joining me again today and hopefully helping me decide what I'm going to make to wear for Plymouth Frocktails. I cannot wait. It's going to be such a lovely evening. It's basically a month tomorrow, so as I'm filming this, and I've got, as always, a few ideas, plenty of fabric, so I just wanted to run them through with you and just see what you think, because I really can't make a decision on what to make. It might be that I end up making more than one because I'm keeping it simple as always. I don't want to make anything too complicated that's going to get me stressed out. So I will go ahead and show you the options, and then with any luck you might be able to give me a hand on deciding what would be most appropriate. I'll start off, before I do that, I'll start off with a little bit of sad news. This top behind me is the LB pullover, of course, made in a lovely Ponte from Barry's Fabrics. And yesterday Barry's Fabrics announced that they are closing down, which is just, it's such a loss to Birmingham. It's an institution really. The area which it's in is being completely redeveloped. So I think they've also got shops in Manchester and somewhere else. They're staying open, but the Birmingham branch is closing down, which honestly, it's actually really upset me, because, you know, the times we've been to the Rag Market and to Barry's, it's just brilliant fun to go along and be part of that. I think the Rag Market, to be honest, that hangs in the balance as well, because it's in the same area. I've literally been looking it up this morning about what plans are. I'd heard rumours that it might be going. It's not confirmed that it's going yet, but it's definitely sort of in the area which is up for development. So watch this space. I do plan to go and visit Barry's in the next couple of weeks and go to the Rag Market and find out a little bit more. So I will report back to you just to see what they're thinking really. I really hope it can be saved. So for people's jobs as much as anything. I know it's terrible that obviously the lovely ladies in Barry's are going to be losing their jobs as well. It's just sad, really sad all round. You know how much I enjoy going and having a rummage as well. So, you know, from everyone's point of view, there are no winners in this really, which is a real shame. Apparently, according to something I read this morning, there has been a market on the site for 900 years. So really hoping they can salvage something and maybe move them into a different building or whatever. So it's all a little bit up in the air at the moment. But as I say, unfortunately, Barry's is definitely going. So like I say, I'll keep you posted on that. Moving towards Frocktails, as I've just said, I've got a few ideas, and really my main idea I will show you, and then I'll show you kind of the other ideas that I have. So it's to make, I want a dress with a matching coat to go over, because it's March, it's not going to be particularly warm. I would like a little jacket or something to go with it. And the dress that I am thinking about making, I've had for ages and I absolutely love it. It's this one. It's the Trend Patterns Raglan dress. So if I show you the line drawings there, it's a really simple raglan sleeve dress with a high neck and a big bow at the back. Now, quite a few people have made it and put the bow at the front, so you've got that option to do. The only thing that kind of, well, it doesn't put me off, is I love the shape of it on there, but on me it might just be a little bit tent-like, because I do like to sort of have usually a bit of a waist tie or something. So again, quite a few people have made a waist tie to go with it. So I think that's the idea, is that I will make a waist tie to cinch it all in and go with it. And then over the top, I would like to make, I will show you the fabrics in a minute because I'm a little bit hesitant. Over the top, I would like to make a Nielsen Hovea jacket. I've got some quilted fabric which I'll show you in a minute, and I think that will be quite nice just to throw over the top of the dress. So that's the first plan. I will show you the fabric. I'm a little bit hesitant because, to be perfectly honest, even I'm getting a little bit sick of brown. However, these fabrics have come in. One of them I already had, and the other one I ordered from Rainbow Fabrics ages ago in the sale, and it's arrived, and it's perfect with the coat, with the jacket fabric. So I'm going to make it up anyway, and if it works, it works. I have got some other different coloured options if not. So for the dress, the fabric is this. It was described as a Cupro. I'm not sure it is. It's very lightweight, and it's an ombre, so it's a cream that goes into brown. Look at that. I mean, it is just, so if you can imagine, I'd do the top bit in sort of a cream, and then have the neck piece. Maybe the neck piece could be cream, and then it would sort of go ombre down into brown at the bottom, the sort of the ties, and then the dress itself obviously would be a nice, imagine it, sort of cream going down into brown. So I think that will work really nicely. And I'm going to have to wear a slip or something underneath, because it is quite a thin fabric. It's definitely, it doesn't feel like Cupro to me, but it's got a nice drape to it. So I think for a dress like that, it will work well. I've just got to think about the pattern placement for the sleeves as well, because obviously the sleeves come up into the neck, so it could turn into a complete pain in the backside trying to match it. Or do I just go, let's just see where it lands, and sort of swish around in it anyway. The jacket fabric is a Rag Market steel, which I bought a few months ago, and it's been sitting around and it's needing to be made up. And it's this gorgeous velvet, brown velvet, but look at the other side. So it's the gold, and it couldn't be, honestly, it just couldn't be a better match in terms of the colours are just perfect. So I think the Hovea jacket, so I've got sort of the delicate dress underneath and then a big quilted Hovea jacket over the top, I think will work really nicely. It's just a shame that it's brown, because it's not really a party colour, is it? But that's what I'm going to make. Now the Hovea jacket, I think I'm going to make a fairly a long-ish one, and I don't really want to use bias binding, so I'm going to use the one that's folded, sort of the edge that's folded, I think. So it's going to be a bit like a smoking jacket, I think, in the velvet, isn't it? But that's plan number one. And I've also got, and I don't know whether, I can't really incorporate it, but look at this. This just goes perfectly as well. This is another Rag Market find, and the idea was to make a blouse out of this. So what I could do, actually, because I haven't made this pattern before, is make up a little blouse in that first, just to practice. So I may well do that, and that will go really nicely with the jacket and some jeans or whatever, won't it? So that's another thought. The other fabric that I thought this is the first idea that I had to make something, was this gorgeous fabric which I've had for so long, and I thought I could make that one into the Raglan dress, and I still could, but equally it's really heavy. It's a heavy, warm, soft, brushed, whatever. I suppose it's like a brushed viscose. And I think it would make, somebody mentioned that it would make a lovely duster, and I think it probably would, and I might get more use out of it as a jacket. I was just wondering whether that could go over this, but I think it might be a bit busy to go with the ombre. But that would be an option, and I would use the Peppermint Patterns wrap robe jacket to go to make a duster out of that, because I love that pattern. So that's the first idea. And then, oh, this was the other one, because this is what happens when you have a big stash. You've always got something else that's that you can use as a practice. I bought this ages ago. This is an ombre, because I do love a bit of ombre, an ombre blue, and I absolutely adore the colours in this as well. But the fabric is terrible, so I can't even remember where I got this from. But I had a crazy idea, I think it must have been after the dressmakers ball a couple of years ago, that I wanted to make a parachute dress. And I still want to make a parachute dress, but I haven't got time. That's going to take a lot of jiggery pokery, really. I've got more than enough of this fabric to make a parachute dress. The pattern that I bought to do this is this, which is another Trend Patterns, which is the Drawstring dress. Look at that, it's so cool. So I spoke to Lucy, who is Trend Patterns. I bought this at one of the shows, and we were basically talking about maybe adding a few more drawstrings because I wanted it to be a big skirt with lots of drawstrings. That's going to take a little bit of working out, and I haven't really got time to be working things out in between now and Frocktails. So that's an idea for another day. But the reason that I'm showing it you now is because I've got this fabric that I could practice the ombre bits. But because it's so nylon-y, it would be all right as a parachute kind of thing. You'd get away with it, but I don't know if it would drape nicely enough actually to be the Raglan dress. So that's that one. And then moving on, one of the original ideas that I had was to use, and I do flip-flop, this is me, it's part of my personality. I said when I was showing you a couple of vlogs ago that I probably would never wear a mesh dress. Well, having thought about it and looked up various mesh dresses, I may actually be able to wear a mesh dress, and it's to use this fabric here, which I have shown a few times. It's gorgeous, the sort of rusty metal fabric. It's very stretchy, very mesh, would definitely need a slip dress underneath it. But I was thinking of making a really long sort of a column dress in this kind of fabric. And at first I thought I'll keep it really simple and just have it a little bit like this, a little like a t-shirt dress. And then I thought, no, actually it needs a little bit of movement, and I'd seen a couple of dresses which had got a bit of draping and stuff on them. So I'm thinking of extending this one, which is the Simplicity 9451, which I know Katie, whatever Katie sews, she sewed one of these on the retreat. Actually, she sewed this sleeveless version, and it looks absolutely fabulous. So you've got little gathers here and gathers at the side, and I would have it with long sleeves, maybe even the balloon sleeves actually, and then take it down to the floor. So I don't think that will take too long to make, and yeah, I think it could look quite good actually in this. I've got enough to have a practice with, I've got enough to toile it and then make that dress. I think probably, oh, thinking out loud, that wouldn't look too terrible over it, would it? Or I've got, one sec. Are you keeping up with all these crazy ideas? Oh God, quite when I think I'm going to make them all, I don't know. This is a fabric that I was talking about to make an unlined Eddy blazer. Now it's basically, it's like a loop back. I wouldn't call it French terry, I suppose it could be, but it's got very little stretch, and I think that would be really nice as an unlined Eddy blazer, and it would go nicely over that because that's going to be more fitted, and the Eddy blazer's really quite nicely fitted and shaped, so that actually might make this a little bit more elegant. Just a thought. And those are the, oh hang on, I have got one more pattern I wanted to show you, which is completely crazy but could work. Look at this. I don't even remember buying that, but I do like anything with a bit of a drape and that looks a bit different. That is obviously already long, so I wouldn't need to worry about that. And it's got a back zip, which puts me off, but to be honest, does it really need a back zip if it's stretchy enough? I don't think I'd bother. I think, look, the back's straight there. Oh, hang on, sorry, I'm showing you the back. The back there is straight, and then you've got the zip down there, but oh, I think it's stretchy enough just to pull over my head, I reckon. I don't know, I'll have to have a look. Yeah, very elastic jersey. Well, that's definitely very elastic jersey. So yeah, I've got a couple of options there, haven't I? And a couple of jackets. I think that's everything that I wanted to show you, to be honest. It's enough to keep me going for now anyway, isn't it? So watch this space, and over the next couple of weeks I definitely want to get going on that. I haven't forgotten about my heather blazer. It's, in fact, it's sat here on the side. This could go quite nicely with with either of those dresses as well to make a tweedy heather blazer / Eddy. So I was going to make the heather blazer but put the shaping of the Eddy and perhaps the shaping of the front of the Eddy, which is more rounded as well. So I've got to do that as well. But I just thought I will show you what I've got now. So I've got time then for you know, to get people's opinions and ideas, and then I can get stuff made up. So I'll leave it there and I will look forward to hearing from you. In the meantime, take care. Bye.